about Nigel Farage.
I
Oh,
really wanted to
go
talk to
on.
you about that
Well,
tonight,
me
actually.
too. That's what I've
Yeah.
got. I've got it. Me too.
I
Hashtag.
wanted your take on it.
Well, originally Nigel came out, didn't he, and said he made a unilateral decision, not a deal, a unilateral decision that the Brexit Party would not stand against any Conservative candidates in the general election. When Boris turned down a deal, he said, "Look, in his words, I believe in leave."
Mm.
See what I mean? Can't believe without leave. Hey, very good. I know. I'm thinking, always thinking. Now, you'd think the Tories would be really happy with this. Now, a lot of the news channels have, of course, jumped on there and said it's not going to help the Tories. It's not this. It's not that. It's not the other. However,
Mm.
it's certainly not enough for the Tories. It's not enough because they've come out and they've asked him if the Brexit Party would also not stand against any marginal Labour seats.
It- it's
Now,
not enough then. It's not enough, is
it's
it,
not
mate?
enough. It's not enough that you don't stand against us. Would you mind not standing against Labour as well? Just none of you.
Fuck off.
Now Farage is naturally not massively impressed with this, and he said that it's almost comical. Almost comical. And he added, I've gifted the Conservative nearly 24 seats, and I did it because I believe in leave. And also, he did question, rightly so, do the Tories really think they're going to, even the marginal safe seats, do they really think they're going to take those?
Yeah.
Brexit Party might. The Brexit, like for example, where I live, I can't imagine Labour being actually toppled. But I do believe that a Brexit Party candidate would be far more successful than a Tory candidate.
Yes, that's the
Far
point, isn't
more
it? That's the
successful.
point. You know what? All they have to do is put their egos outside for the next month, and Farage has just handed the Conservatives the election.
Yeah,
But
he's done it
obviously,
for them.
that's obviously not what's going to happen. And there's a weird thing with this. I've been thinking about it more and more because I've been seeing all the reactions and faff and people saying you're going to split the vote and all that. And it's like people are saying like, oh well, you're gonna. Why would you hand it to the Tories? Their deal isn't good enough. And it's like, no, you don't get it, guys. All he need is 10, 15 MPs, and then his one demand to form a government with the Conservatives is going to be the Brexit deal. It's
Yeah.
going to be like, you can close as many hospitals and libraries as you want. I don't give a fuck. You guys do whatever you want. But Brexit is going to be going through as the Brexit Party wants. That's our one condition.
Yeah.
That's all he needs. And people don't realise this.
Well,
And
you can see people now, like even in chat, saying, Nigel Farage is pissed in our face. He's done this. He's done that. The fact is, the Brexit Party were never going to win enough seats to gain power alone and
no,
push through the idea of, I can't say a no deal Brexit because there's no such thing, but what we've been calling a no deal Brexit. However, they can win enough seats to exercise massive leverage on the Tory party, to which Boris would crumble very quickly if they between them had a majority. And that's the only way we'll get any Brexit, let alone hard Brexit. The only way. The only way.
Tez has just pointed out that those that donated, and yeah, people paid to stand as well, didn't they? Which is a bit of a fucking upset. There's a lot of very angry people who thought they'd be standing as the Brexit Party who now aren't, and unfortunately, they're not necessarily seeing the bigger political picture, the greater game
No.
that's been played. They're seeing their individual circumstances. In fact, I was hoping we'd talk about this, so I've already got it pulled up. But Milton Keynes Brexit Party, have you seen their posts?
No.
They're very angry. They had two people going to run. The one I've got here is a black and white picture of Nigel with traitor written in big bloody letters across him. And it says, if you would like to vent your anger at Brexit Party HQ for denying Leave voters their democratic right to vote for Leave candidates, then here's the contacts. And they've just given out the phone numbers and all the rest of it. They are very, very pissed off
The
at
fact
Nigel.
is, though, politics is nothing more than a dirty game. We
Yeah,
all
and
we all know that. These naive fools that sent all that money in to become a Brexit candidate, it paid a lot of non-refundable deposits. the truth is, they joined a party whose only mission, is to get Brexit done, and preferably the harder the better.
Thing is, though, as well, they gave him 100 quid, which ultimately he probably should, and I imagine he will give that back. But it's not £100 to stand, isn't it? Like 5 grand or something.
Oh yeah, and you
You
lose
know,
your
that's
deposit if you don't get enough votes.
yeah, that's the thing. So it's not like they've paid the 5 grand. They gave him 100 quid, which ultimately, the problem is Nigel Farage, as love him or hate him, he's got a phenomenal political mind. He knows what he's doing. He's got a perspective, and he knows how to play these games. He gets fucked hard by the establishment relentlessly, but a lot of the people who are members and wanting to stand for the Brexit Party, they're just simply not on his level.
No.
And I get why they're angry. I 100% get it. But they need to shut their fucking mouths. If they actually care about Brexit, they'd stand aside and go, yes, this is actually the right thing to do. Genuinely. Running in every single seat was a mistake. Huge mistake. Especially now you've got the Remain alliances and all the rest of it coming through in there.
The threat to running every single seat has paid off well. So the threat has worked very well.
Exactly. That's all it was. It was the thing. And yeah, Alex has just said there, someone complaining about the leaflets and merch they bought for the campaigning. I know. I'm sorry. This is politics. It's how it goes, man. It costs money. You know what? If you were getting into it to be frugal, then I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. It's, you spend money, don't you? It is what it is.
Maybe I should have run for the Brexit Party in Manchester.
We need to form the Patriarchy Party, man. 100%. I would knock on doors day and night to run as the Patriarchy Party.
Where are we getting the 5 grand to stand from?
I don't know. Is it still 5? We need to check that for local councillors.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Run it as a meme campaign. I can get the votes. Don't worry about that. Be great. But then everyone will find out my secrets, though.
Yeah, that's true. And where you live. You have to release where you live if you're an MP.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
It's not for me.
I'll be such a pillar of the community. It won't matter. There'll just be flowers at my door every morning. It'll be fine.
Be somebody at your fucking door every morning. I don't know if it's flowers.